Hey everyone. Well, here we are, another Wednesday, another guided meditation. So, there's a couple things that I want to mention. First of all, we are in the first quarter of the new moon. And the first quarter of the new moon is a time to take action. It's a time to implement the things that you've been thinking about and that you want to happen. So keep that in mind. We're going to throw the cards and we'll see what the cards have to say too. But I want to also mention a couple other things. You all know these are very trying times. We are in a pandemic. Regardless of what your political beliefs are, or regardless of what you think about it, it is happening. And there are a lot of transitions happening right now on the planet and a lot of shifts happening. And some of these shifts and some of these transitions actually are people who are transitioning and passing away. And tragic things happening to people. And I know some of you who tune in here, I've seen your posts, and some of you have lost friends and loved ones. And my heart goes out to you for all of the loss that has happened. And I also want to share with you that a woman that I've known since 1973, I found out yesterday that she passed away. And she was a very beautiful woman, and we had been in contact a lot lately. It was very sudden. I don't know all the details about it, but if you see my Facebook page, you'll see it's on my Facebook page. That was a shock. The day before, excuse me, by the way, I have 2 cats and they're very involved when I am doing these meditations or whenever I'm meditating. They're very involved. So, excuse me, you may hear them punctuating certain things or trying to communicate. But the day before, yesterday, I found out my friend passed away. This is a woman that I lived in the same house with for many years in Hawaii. And it's just very sad. And then the day before, I found out that another friend of mine lost her home. Her and her significant other lost their home. They lost everything in their home in the fires north of Santa Cruz. So they had just a few short minutes to get out. I mean, really a few short minutes. So they grabbed their pets and they got out with just the clothes they had on, and she grabbed her son and they left quickly, and that was it. And they lost everything. They lost all of their musical instruments. They lost everything. And so they have a GoFundMe page. And if you want to check it out, just go to gofundme.com. And it's Bill Martinez and Bliss. Bliss is my friend. I've never met Bill, but I've known Bliss for many years, and I know her well. I've known her since the early 70s. Both of these women I've known since the early 70s. So anyway, if you feel so inclined to donate anything to Bliss's GoFundMe, Bliss and Bill Martinez, you can find them under GoFundMe. And if you want to, if you just want to do a payment to me in honor of them, I'll give it to them through Venmo. I'm on Venmo at Elena-Michaels-1. This is a time where we need to care about others and be grateful for what we have. It is very, very important to be grateful for what we have, because it can be gone in an instant. So many of us have experienced that lately. We're all going to leave these bodies. We all know that's going to happen, but we're in a state of denial. And it's just really important for us to be in the moment and to be grateful. So with that, I'm going to go into reading the cards. And if you haven't been here before, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we do this. I usually start, I never know what I'm going to say. And I usually start the guided meditation with a little bit of a conversation, which I have done and I am doing now. And I choose various card decks. I've been reading the cards for many years, since I was in my 20s, and it's a lot of decades, that's all I can tell you. And so I'm going to choose, I always kind of use the Rider-Waite deck of the Tarot, and I have other cards here too. I think I'm going to choose something I haven't used before in this class, which is the Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards. So first I'm going to choose the Rider-Waite Radiant deck, and we're going to see what's going on. These cards kind of guide me and lead me into what the guided meditation is going to be about. And whether you watch the guided meditation now or whether you watch it at our designated time or another time or tonight or in the morning or listen to it again or another time, the point is the cards are going to ring true for you. You watch. It's very interesting because they're energetic tools and they will resonate and make sense no matter when you watch or listen to this video. Pretty interesting. So let's see what the cards have in store for us today. And when I read them, I always read the cards in a positive light. And this is a non-denominational guided meditation. And there is no brain programming or anything like that going on here. So you don't have to worry about that. And also, if you fall asleep, you don't have to worry about that either. A lot of people tell me that they fall asleep listening to my guided meditations and they're disappointed because they don't remember what they heard. It doesn't matter because what I say, if it resonates to you, it will go into your mind and start to sprout. If it doesn't resonate with you, it'll just go right on through and it won't even germinate. So several people have told me this works very well for them to go to sleep at night, and I do it myself too. I listen to my own audios and go to sleep at night sometimes. Okay, so protect us with guiding white light. Protect everyone who sees this video with guiding white light. Give us guidance through the cards that are resonating and relevant to everyone who happens to be watching or listening to this video whenever they watch or listen to it. I'm going to cut the cards once, and I'm going to cut the cards one more time. And the card that comes up is the Empress, okay? This is a major arcana card, see it? Major arcana card. I'm going to tell you about her in just a moment as soon as I put the deck down. The Empress is sitting on a field of golden wheat, and she's on a throne. And she's got the heart in front of her. This is the Venus symbol right there. Venus is the ruling planet of this card. I'm doing it so it doesn't glare here. This is a major arcana card, so it's especially powerful. And it's a 3. 3 is the card of about to give birth. That's interesting. Actually, right before this, I talked to a friend of mine. She's about to give birth in 2 days. Her due date is in 2 days. So, Vera, if you're listening to this, how about this card, huh? But anyway, this is about giving birth. It doesn't matter what sex you are, what gender you are. This card is about giving birth to something, whether it's giving birth to creative ideas, whether it's giving birth to ideas that you've had. This ties into what I said before about the first quarter of the moon being a time for action. So something that's been germinating, something you've been pregnant with, something that's been on your mind, something you've been holding in, is about to come out, and that's the action. And, you can take action. Right now is the time to take the action. This is a very, very beautiful card. She's very cushioned on a throne here. Excuse me. And she's got a crown of stars, and she's holding a scepter. Crown of stars over her head. Those are 12 stars for the 12 signs of the constellation. And she's in a very verdant area. It's very lush. There are trees behind her, and there's a little bit of water under her feet, and there is growing wheat, which means abundance, lots of abundance. So this is, let your creativity flow, people. Take action on those creative ideas. I was saying to someone recently, I have these songs that I've written over the years and other songs that I've written. Some of them come very quickly to me. I write them very quickly. And during COVID time, and I want to birth them. I want to get them out. I want to birth them. So, and if you musicians out there that want to do that with me and want to get together with me, I would love to do that. Socially distanced, of course. So that's a beautiful card, the Empress. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what happens when we pull from the Angel Tarot deck, okay? This is a really interesting deck. I don't use this deck that often. I haven't used it much at all. But it is a beautiful card, a beautiful deck. And I'm going to show you what the back of the card looks like. See what the back looks like? Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful artwork. And these are really pretty because the edges of them are silver. See how they're gilded silver? Isn't that cool? Okay, so let's shuffle these babies and see what happens. And I'm going to call the angels in on this one so that the angels can guide us by showing us in images, archetypal images and tarot images. The tarot is archetypal images. What is going on for our guided meditation tonight? Where we're going to go, what we're going to do, what the theme is going to be. And I'm shuffling the cards and putting my energy in the cards. I just love the magicalness of this right there. It's so pretty. And angels, come on through and guide us all. Show us a card that guides the meditation and that is relevant to everyone here, as we are all divinely protected and surrounded by light. I am going to cut the cards now twice, okay? Cut them once, and I'll cut them one more time. Oh, I'm going to take the one that's on the top. Here we go. Wow, it's the Hermit. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about that in just a minute. Let me put this up here. Okay, so this is the Hermit, and I'm going to put my glasses on to read you from the little book that comes with this, okay? But I want you to look at this card. This card is about, the Hermit is always about spending time alone in quiet meditation. And the Hermit lights the way with light. Now you see he's got a light in his hand there, a lantern, and this deck is a little different. He's got a lantern and he's got a staff. And he is shining light, and the light is leading him to where he's going, okay? The light is leading him to where he's going. The light is going to be leading us to where we're going to. And the Hermit, this is the Archangel, this is the Angel Tarot deck. So this is Archangel Raziel. And it says, spend time in quiet meditation and spiritual teaching and self-discovery. This is always an important thing to do. Spending time alone in meditation and self-discovery, always important, always important. That's where we get our nurturance from. That's where we get our regeneration from. That's where we get our inner guidance from. And that's why doing what we do here every Wednesday evening is so important, because it's your time alone. Yes, we're all together, but we're not in the same room together. You're each in your own space. I'm in my space. We're not in the big room we used to be in with the whole room, everybody laying down with their sleep masks on. You're in your own space right now, but you are going within. And that is very, very important, to go within on a regular basis. When you go within, that is the only place your nervous system can calm down and go into parasympathetic mode. And when your body is in parasympathetic mode, it's the only place you can regenerate and heal. So if you're dealing with a chronic illness or any kind of illness of any kind, you've got to rest and you've got to go within and spend time alone. You know, I'm an advanced stage cancer survivor. I beat the odds. My oncologist says I'm a miracle. I would spend hours outside. I would get up in the morning and I would eat a little bit, have a shake or something, and I'd go outside and I'd lay in my backyard on a hammock. And I would be out there all day long until it got night. I would come in to use the restroom, have another snack, eat a little bit. But I was alone all day, every day. And I was outside in the backyard. And what was I doing? I was drifting, I was floating, I was meditating, I was watching the birds, I was watching the leaves rustle in the trees. I was going into a very, very deep parasympathetic state. And that was very powerful to allow my body to heal. So if you're dealing with anything, rest is really important. And parasympathetic state is very, very important, where you're just drifting and meditating, and you're not reading, you're not talking, You're just going within. Now, you're going to go within tonight in this guided meditation because I'm going to take you to a parasympathetic state. So I will be guiding you. All you have to do is just keep your ears open and listen, keep your mind open, and allow yourself to go where you're going to go. You won't go any deeper than you need to. You won't go any place you're not supposed to go. It's all good, okay? I've got you covered, and I'll take care of you, I promise. So let me read you from the book about this card, the Hermit. This is also a major arcana card, which is very powerful. It's a 9, okay? The Hermit. Okay, check this out. This card signals that you'd benefit from spending time alone and listening to your inner voice. Meditation is essential, as the path to enlightenment is an inner journey. Be silent and experience the joy that comes from seeking the truth of your own heart. Learn to feel comfortable in your own company. Boy, is that important during COVID time, during these days of our pandemic. After all, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. This card also signifies spiritual teaching, so it can mean that you have wisdom to impart to others, or that perhaps it's time for you to find a spiritual teacher. Sharing wisdom is part of your spiritual journey, especially right now. During this time of COVID, don't get caught in the surface appearance of things. Don't get caught in all the hubbub and all the energetic stuff that's crosswise and conflicting. Don't get caught in that. Go within and get your guidance from within and listen to your higher self. The additional meanings of this card are good advice, finding or becoming a mentor, self-discovery, re-evaluating your plans, going on a spiritual quest. Maybe we'll go on one tonight, actually, in this meditation. Archangel Raziel offers sage advice to spiritual seekers, including guidance about esoteric concepts, interpretation of your sleeping dreams, and past life memories. Call upon Raziel to help you find the richness that comes from meditation and spending time alone in contemplation. So you see, actually, all of these cards kind of connect to one another. It's all connected. Spending time in contemplation, thinking about carrying that creative project and wanting to give birth to it from the Empress card, and the aspect of the first quarter of the moon, the new moon, which is the action going forth. So you can go forth on your inner worlds. You can go forth spiritually. Doesn't mean going forth like physically moving to a different place, although it could mean that. But go forward. Don't let yourself be stuck. And you know, one of the best ways to not be stuck? What do you think one of the best ways to not be stuck is? Because a lot of people are kind of feeling stuck right now. They're kind of feeling stuck, trapped, isolated. One of the best ways to not feel stuck is to be grateful, to be in a state of gratitude, and to be grateful for things that don't necessarily have to be big things, but being grateful. And so with that, we are going to move into our guided meditation phase of this evening. So I want to encourage you all to get comfortable. I will bring you back from wherever you go, 1 hour from when we started, and a lot of people prefer to lie down. Someone was telling me recently, they were trying to sit up because they're a long-term meditator, so they were sitting up in position, and they kept wanting to lay down, but they didn't want to like ruin that they were sitting up because they felt they had to sit up the whole time. I said, no, lay down, just start laying down. Start laying down. The most important thing is that you be comfortable, not that you be sitting erect, but that you be comfortable, okay? So you're back on the ground. A lot of times I'll tell people to have their butt on the ground and their knees up in the air and their feet flat on the ground, so that your head is right here, your knees come up, and your feet are right there. So, and also you don't have to sit in this or stay in the same position or lay in the same position. you can adjust your body at any time. By adjusting your body, it's just notifying you that you are carrying energy in your body that needs to be released. And it's fine for you to move or shift positions, okay? Also, something else. You might be having thoughts, okay? Or you might be finding it hard to focus and concentrate. Or you might be nodding out. Guess what? All of those things are fine. If you're nodding out, it just means a part of you really needs to kind of decompress and trust that your unconscious mind will be absorbing what you need to absorb. If you are thinking about other things, it's just your brain working. It's just an organ. That's what it does. It thinks. So just allow those thoughts to just float by like fluffy white clouds, okay? Don't dwell on them. Just, oh, there's a thought. Okay, let it go. Oh, there's another one. Let it go. And don't worry if you can't, you're unable to focus on what I'm saying, because there's a part of your mind that's very interested in what I'm going to be saying. And that part of your mind is going to be listening super closely. So don't worry about it. If your conscious mind is drifting or floating, that's fine. Everything is good. It's all okay. All right? It's all okay. So get yourself situated. And we're going to begin. Beginning now to allow your breathing to move into its own natural rhythm. You'll notice your breathing beginning to change. It will happen easily, gently, and naturally. You become aware of your abdomen rising with every inhalation. And you'll become aware of your abdomen falling with every exhalation. With every inhalation, imagine in your mind that you say the word relax. And with every exhalation, imagine that you say the word release. In essence, you are giving yourself an energetic transfusion. You are bringing in relaxing energy and releasing anything in the way of you being able to completely let go. Knowing that you are divinely protected, knowing that you are surrounded by benevolent and benevolent energetic beings. Knowing that at any time, should you need to, you can open your eyes and be wide awake. But a part of you does not want to do that. A part of you wants to go for the ride. A part of you wants to see what happens. A part of you wants to see where you'll go. And a part of you wants to allow yourself to be better at the end of this guided meditation than you were at the beginning. And so you allow yourself to go with the flow. Go with the words. Allow them to float in if they resonate with you. Allow them to germinate the positive thoughts in your subconscious, unconscious mind, knowing that you are in charge and that your goal and desire is to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Fine-tuning yourself. Giving yourself the time to fine-tune yourself by listening to this audio. It is not necessary for you to be watching me on the audio. You can put in earbuds or not, but it is important that you close your eyes and focus on the words and the energy of what is being transmitted during this audio. Any everyday sounds that you become aware of that are everyday normal sounds do not disturb you in any way. Instead, they enhance your experience, allowing you to go even deeper and deeper, letting go even more and more. You know how when you're at the beach sometimes, you may have had this experience. Maybe when you were younger, you would be at the beach and there would be lots of sounds of children laughing and people talking and seagulls, but you would be drifting and floating and your eyes closed. You'd hear the sound of the waves. You'd hear the sounds of the children, the voices of others there, but none of it disturbed you. And you would find yourself going deeper and deeper into your own inner world. Just like now, as I count backwards from 5 down to 0. Each count allowing you to let go even more of the everyday reality, cares, concerns, frustrations, and worries, letting them go, starting on the count of 5 as the top of your head begins to release and let go, and you feel the relaxing energy coming down over your forehead, down over your face, down through your jaw. You might feel your eye muscles moving underneath your eyelids, and that is just fine. Allow your upper and lower teeth to part so they are not touching each other. You might become aware of your lips feeling dry, and you may have the tendency to lick your lips, moisten them, and swallow. And that is fine. That is just letting your body let you know that it is going into a deeper brainwave state and a deeper level of being. Moving down to 4, feeling your neck relaxing and letting go. The front of your neck and the back of your neck. All the way down through your shoulders. Feel the relaxing energy moving down through your shoulders. Down through your upper arms, your elbows, your hands and fingers, and feeling the tingling sensation of relaxation in your fingertips and coming out the ends of your fingers, extending beyond your fingers. Feel it coming out of your fingertips. That's it. Very good. And as we move down to 3, feel your entire torso beginning to release and let go. See your lungs healthy and well, healthy tissue, your respiratory system working beautifully, balanced and healthy, your heart balanced and healthy, a very healthy heart muscle, moving down into your diaphragm and down into your digestive system. All of your internal organs balancing, all of your internal organs being optimized at this very moment and throughout the rest of this audio, so that all of your organs are being tuned up and balanced. Coming down now to 2. Moving down through your thighs, the relaxation continues and comes down through your knees. Moving down to 1, coming down through your calves and down through your feet. All of your body now, from the tips of your toes to the top of your head, is relaxing more and more with each sound of my voice and each breath that you take. You are always in control, and you choose to allow yourself to have this time to refine, renew, and release. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 down to 0. And when I do, allow yourself to go through your inner third eye. Your inner third eye is on the inside of your forehead. Allow your eyes to roll up now as if you can see it. Imagine it and visualize it on the inside of your forehead. It looks like a circle, but it's a gateway. It looks like a dark circle, but as you go in through it, it turns into a tunnel of light. In a moment, you will hear the count from 1 down to 0. At the same time, you will hear some tones. Allow your consciousness to travel on the frequency of the tones so that you can go deeper and deeper within, allowing your essence and your spirit and your soul and your consciousness to enter into that appearing dark gateway of your inner third eye. But as soon as you step into it, it will be brilliant light. It is waiting for you to enter. It is waiting for you to enter into the gateway as we go from 1 down to 0. Going through the gateway, feeling your consciousness going up through your body, all of your consciousness going into the gateway as you see it beginning to look lighter and lighter. Lighter and lighter. Lighter and lighter, and deeper and deeper. Lighter and lighter, and deeper and deeper as you begin to travel into a whole other world. A world that is safe, a world that is filled with love, a world that is very different than the dimension you are used to living in. In this dimension, there are no bodies. There is just light. Just light. You feel your body beginning to disappear, as if you don't even have a body anymore. Your body seems to be just light. You are just light. And you are blending and merging with other light and a more magnificent and greater light than all of the little lights, all merging together into this beautiful, unlimited, unnameable, unknowable, massive expanse of goodness. As you flow through this energetic space, you become very aware of feeling incredibly grateful. Grateful for so many things. Grateful for the gift of being given a body this time around. Grateful for the gift of the people in your life that have incarnated at the same time as you, that you can share time with, connect with, and grow with. Grateful also for those of you who have been lessons for you, that have made you be clear on what you want and what you don't want. Be clear on the kind of relationships you want to have and the kind of relationships you choose not to participate in, regardless if you are related to them in this lifetime or not. Sometimes the people who are in our families are our greatest teachers, and they teach us about our boundaries and our ability to stand up for ourselves and our ability to make choices about the way we want to interact and the kind of energies we allow in our lives. And drifting deeper. Because you are now experiencing yourself as a formless, energetic being, because right now you are able to experience yourself merging with this greater energetic field of goodness and love and light, you are able to transmit this light and this goodness and this healing back into your physical body, which is still in the position you left it in. Allow yourself to look back at the physical body you just slipped out of and transmit back to it the light, the love, the health, the peace, the happiness, the comfort, and the connection that you are feeling as you are out of the body, connected to this greater source. Directing that healing energy toward the body that you have slipped out of. And now turning your attention again to the connection with this greater source of light and love. Imagine and sense and visualize that you are able to, all beings connected to this energy, amplify it and spread it over the planet. this healing, loving, peaceful, compassionate energy. Think of the things that you are grateful for. Grateful for a home that you are able to live in while you are in this body. Grateful for the beautiful planet that we have. Grateful for nature and your ability to connect with nature whenever you like. Even if you live somewhere in an urban area, you can look out the window and see trees. You can look at a plant on your table and see a living green plant or flowers. What a blessing to be able to see these things and see the colors of these things, to be able to see the wind blowing through the leaves of trees, to be able to see the face of a beloved pet, to be able to see the face of a beautiful, innocent child, to be able to see the face of your significant other, or your children, or your parents, your friends. Allow yourself to imagine them now and feel grateful for them being in your life. As your body seems to be no longer, and you seem to be a formless, energetic being, allow yourself to float through this space. Explore this space. Connect with this space of light and love. And use the sounds that you hear to harmonize your frequency and elevate your frequency. It's time now to come back, to leave this place and come back into your physical bodies. Come back into your physical body. And as I count, each count will allow you to come closer and closer, more and more into your physical body. Beginning to come up on the count of 1 as you slip back into the physical form. Continuing up on 2, feeling yourself balanced, your left and right hemispheres, your male and female aspects, your sympathetic and parasympathetic states of your nervous system. Continuing up on 3, being aware of yourself, feeling more connected and grounded and clear than you were before. More relaxed, more calm, more centered. Continuing up on 4, more aware of the energy in the room you are in, more aware of how your body feels on the surface of whatever you're lying on. Beginning to move your fingers and your toes, and coming all the way up to 5. If you are listening to this audio before bed and you are listening to this audio anytime you want to sleep, you will go into a very deep, rejuvenating and regenerating sleep. If you are listening to this audio anytime you want to be awake, you will wake up when I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake, and feeling great. Or if you're sleeping, you will go even deeper into a wonderful sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake, or deeper sleep. It's up to you. You're in charge. Okay, let us now seal this experience. And if you're listening to this and you're going to sleep, it'll happen automatically. But if you're awake now, let's sit up and put our hands together, heels together like so, where we ground ourselves like a triangle. See, like a triangle. There's a very grounding posture doing this, holding it next to your heart chakra. And we are going to seal ourselves with light, sealed and divinely protected with beautiful healing blue, white light, all the way around your etheric body, your energetic body, your astral body, and your physical body. Completely sealed and divinely protected, only positive energy can enter in. And by the way, each time you listen to one of my guided meditations, you go deeper and deeper than the time before. So it's kind of like a muscle that you're using. So the more you listen, the deeper you go, the higher you get. And we're going to do one final Om as we have sealed ourselves with beautiful healing blue-white light. Do the Om with 3 sounds. Ah, oh, I encourage you to say it out loud so that you can allow the vibration to continue to fine-tune your body. Okay, here we go. Take a breath. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving yourself the gift of this experience. Thank you for allowing me to share this time with you. It is truly a blessing for me. If you found it to be beneficial or helpful, please feel free to share it with anyone you think might be interested. And if you would like to make a gratitude donation, those are always welcome, but not required, but always welcome. And that can be done at my Venmo at Elena-Michaels-1. If also you feel like you want to donate to the GoFundMe for my friend Bliss and her friend Bill Martinez and Bliss, it's on GoFundMe.com. You just go under their names and you'll see it. Or you can do it to my Venmo in their honor, and I will get it to them. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening or a very deep sleep if you're sleeping. And I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. Namaste.